The US generals has decided to deploy Helox fighter jet. Helox. It's not spelled Hilux. It's spelled Helox. Helox fighter jet is a kind of fighter jet that targets the enemy even in their biggest hideout. Now, of course, I formally informed you all that you know that this very whole scenario, this whole scenario of Biafra getting in their very message and trying to tell the world, if you're not for hopeful, it can no longer be denied. But truth is, we must continue to, spread this information till it gets to the final spot where it's supposed to get to. So, as we are pushing through this whole scenarios, whole visionaries, whole importance of what it is, I must say it that this is just the very beginning where everyone must see the light at the end of the tunnel. So, as we push through this whole circle and whatever they are deploying, we must hand over ourselves of what it is. So, the biggest part of it is that no matter how hard they try to build themselves, make themselves in a very wrong way, we are now becoming more visible in the world class. And that's what makes sense. So, as the freedom to chase our words, as the freedom to produce ourselves in a very big circle, we must understand that every creation that is made today is becoming more feasible and physical. And that's where the truth is. So, every turnaround that these people are trying to make, every turnaround that these people are trying to wake, we must know that even with their Helox fighter jets, Biafran is going to defend themselves. That's just the biggest truth. So, let's gather ourselves and get ready, because the only situation room here is that the game change is already playing out. One must succeed. There are very low information that many of you are not even getting as we speak, and one must hold ourselves very currently into well-deserving knowledge. We have take much time in trying to spread this very gospel than realizing the gatekeep of where the message starts from. You see, if I'm permitted to say this, I'll gladly say that our words are well being fixed, produced in such a way that we figure out a great plan in portraying ourselves into a victorious point. Now, as we continue to push through and see for ourselves, I give one if I nachu, and when that there because of the oil in our land. And that's what I keep saying every day. I wake up in the morning. I try to convince a lot of people that, you see, you are all against Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Eba. You are all telling them that when are they going to get this Biafra? But you fail to see the level of forces that is behind them. America is not a country that you can just go in and get what you want and come out. They're going to frustrate you because the level of manipulation they carry is even bigger than 1,000 generations. That means they can just make anything happen. Look at Boko Haram, look at ISIS, look at some war terrorists that is being held, sponsored by these powerful countries because they want to get something out of your country. So what do? They look for these hungry boys. And once they get these hungry boys, they would, start using them against the nation. They'll start using them against the people of that very country. And some of you fail to understand that even the said IPOB has now been compromised. And all you care is, gave us a Biafra, gave us a Biafra, gave us in Kageji we Kwanite, gave us in Kageji we Edo. And that's just the truth. But along the line, we must have ourselves into defining knowledge of what it is. And countries must continue to put ourselves together. And that's where the knowledge is. We must have ourselves unwillingly and accurately of what we define, where we produce ourselves, and how we prolong ourselves. Do you just declare message? So, as this very push continue to hold history, position ourselves in such a way that every nation must see that we are well defined, calculating ourselves and pushing everything the way it is, we must now support this very ministry by redefining what it is. All must hail Biafra.